Nithyananda, I am Nithya Jadashadikananda. I'm going to share with you how the food we eat and how food is being prepared will impact our life. The explanation and slides are by Ma Nithya Dugananda, and the cooking demo of making Sesame Bliss balls is by Ma Manjula.
Understanding why we need to take Sattvic food rather than ordinary food. Okay? So today's outline of this session is I'm going to give you an introduction to Sattvic diet, why be a vegetarian, and what Ayurveda says about diet, the three gunas, the qualities of energy, and why Sattvic food, and then we will have the cooking class demo. Okay, so this is going to be the general outline. So we keep the intellectual knowledge part short so that you can get the understanding, and if you want to have the slide later on, we can always share in the next slide. So why be a vegetarian? Some of you may wonder. In Swamiji's satsang, he said the first 20 minutes immediately after we wake up from the bed in the morning plays a vital role in shaping our entire day, how you get in the morning, because the mood we're in and the thoughts that arise and the way we react to these thoughts during the first 20 minutes sets the day, sets the trend for the entire day. Imagine your 20 minutes of the morning you wake up determine the rest of the day happening of how you feel about you in the rest of the day. So let's start observing the moment you wake up, this first 20 minutes. What are you entertaining? Because that is going to be important to determine how good you feel for the rest of the day or how badly you're going to feel for the rest of the day. So one way to wake up fresh, alive, energetic, without depression, without mood swing every morning is to eat vegetarian food. I tell you, how Swamiji say health, I want to share with you, because when he defined health, I was like, wow, I want to wake up like this, and I'm now waking up like this. So this is how he defined health. Okay? He said the moment you wake up, you feel so alive, feel so enthusiastic and excited. Your way to the toilet, right, is a dance. You're dancing to the toilet. Okay? So which means what? You're feeling so excited how the day is going to unfold. You're feeling so enthusiastic, powerful about the day that is going to come. Many of us wake up with depression, tiredness, waking up with sadness. That should not be the way you wake up. When you feel that way, that means you're not healthy physically, mentally, or emotionally. Understand? So the waking up of the day should be excited. Dancing your way to the toilet and start the day. Okay? Start the yoga, start the kriya and all that. So this is the way how I wake up in the morning. Ding! I run to the toilet, brush myself, clean myself, then go and do my the kriya, clean different holes, the eyes and neti pot, then clean. After that, start my yoga. Okay, so this is the way how I wake up now. And this is how Swamiji defined whether you're healthy or not. So to many non-Hindus or Western people, right, people who are not introduced to this Vedic lifestyle, it might come as a surprise. I mean the first 20 minutes is so important, they will not understand. This is a very final aspect of vegetarian food. Why vegetarian food can make you feel good when you first wake up. So this refinement helps the energy flow in our body. Pure food is called Sattvic food. Pure food is what we need to take, because pure food or Sattvic food gives you not only nourishment, means nourish your body, but also you will not put your mind in dullness, lethargy, tiredness, highly stimulated, irritated. It's like constant irritation, very hyperactive mind. So it's not dullness this way or the other extreme, highly hyperactive and irritated, but in the middle part, balance, harmonious, calm. This is the kind of food that we need, because as a seeker, as a meditator, you should not be pushed dullness, lethargy, or you should be pushed to the other side where you're totally touched up and cannot focus. That too extreme we don't want. We only want to be in the path, which is balance and calm. So this is I would say the benefits of taking Sattvic food. You following me? Give me a thumbs up. You following me? So now I'm going to go to the next paragraph. So in an enlightened spiritual master, if an enlightened spiritual master, Swamiji, let's say he declares that vegetarianism is the best. This is the ultimate truth. Understand? Anything declared by an enlightened being is the ultimate truth. So Swamiji has said that, even for his own experience, right? For every other argument, we have strong counter argument. This is what happened to the unconscious people who still want to take non-veg food, right? The non-Sattvic. It is in my own personal experience that vegetarian food allows more sensitivity and accuracy in the energy flow. happens in your system. He has already confirmed that this is how he finds the vegetarian food to more energy and sensitivity, which is true. This is what happened to me ever since I turned vegetarian in 2007 after being initiated as a Nithya spiritual healer. Oh my God, so many intelligence got awakened. Okay, I will share that another time, but today we don't have time to go into that. We feel light and ecstatic, so energetic and alive. This kind of, so understand vegetarian food, if it is not Sattvic, it is still not vegetarian. Understand? Repeat, even if it's vegetarian, there's no animal product inside, but it's not Sattvic, it's still not vegetarian. So vegetarian food is better for people who wants to live a healthier life. If you want to live long, you want to enjoy life long on planet Earth, be a vegetarian. You want to have a shot and disappear and come back again, then you don't care about your diet. Okay, that's it. Right, next slide. Let's look at what Ayurveda says about diet. Ayurveda in the Vedic tradition is well known as the science of holistic living. It is a Vedic science given by enlightened master, how to live a holistic lifestyle, enlightenment. See, in Hinduism, everything you do is for enlightenment only, for liberation. Whether it's marriage, whether it's for getting money, whether it's for taking care of a body, whether it's ritual, everything is to lead us to moksha, enlightenment. Same way, even for eating, what we feed to this body, the context, it is also for enlightenment. So the way you cook your food will decide what it does for you. This is the very first powerful cognition you need to have. How you cook your food determine what it does for you. Depending on how it is cooked, the same food boosts your energy level, can make you fall asleep, can make you, immediately help you feel better. Then you must be wondering, how come the way you cook can change energy level so much, and your thoughts is to make you feel sleepy or make you feel alive and make you feel better? How is it possible just to diet? Let's understand a little bit more. The food we eat has a direct effect on the quality of life we live. Certain food are heavier on the body, making us tired and lethargic. Other kind of food make us overly stimulated, make our system overly stimulated, and then lead us to more restless agitation. We can't easily, very easily. See, we understand in the war, what all the warriors are made to eat animal meat, so they will make them highly agitated, violent. Or for Brahmins, like people who eat the science of enlightenment, they're supposed to be on Sattvic. So that's the main difference. So that was how in the past, this different food determined the different energy. So consuming Sattvic food is, let's say, 21 days. If you just 21 days and try cooking yourself Sattvic food, get rid of all the harmful toxin you accumulated unconsciously through eating outside or eating non-veg food. Regulate your digestive system and cleanse your palate. That means the taste bud. The taste bud will become very, very sensitive, and also you'll be able to taste more richness of the food. When the palate is cleansed, the flavor of the food is enjoyed more. See, the taste bud has the ability to enjoy flavor of the food. But if your taste bud is insensitive because you never take care of the taste bud, you feel that it tastes like I need very strong tasting food, like strong smell, very, very pungent food. So this will naturally, if your taste bud is dull, insensitive, you eat more also because you cannot taste, you cannot enjoy. So you eat more thinking that eating more you enjoy. But no, when you cook, when your palate is cleansed, you see that your craving for unhealthy food or junk food start to reduce. The habit of overeating also go away. Some people binge eat, let's say they're stressed, just dump food into the system and then make themselves become obese, fat, right, or overweight. That's when they are becoming insensitive to the body and the taste bud. We don't want that. So in Ayurveda, it's very important how we cook and what food we put into this system, what we put on the plate and into the mouth. In other words, it determines whether the food will be transformed into sattva, rajas, or tamas. These are the three gunas, three qualities of energy: sattva, rajas, tamas. Let me explain that in the next slide. So now understand the three gunas, qualities of food. See, there are three qualities or energies known in Sanskrit as gunas. Even within our body, we have three gunas. Stem from essential aspect of nature: energy, the matter, and consciousness. All of us essentially is a mix of these three energies. One energy dominating at any given time. Like for instance, in the morning when we wake up, we should feel sattva. That's why during the morning ritual is the best time. Meditation, doing your yoga is the best time. So by the time you reach the midday, it's where your rajas, you got a lot of energy. You spend the time contributing to the outer world. Let's say doing work, being in the farm, do all the work. By the time nightfall in the evening, you start to wind down. You go into, we call that tamas. Tamas means you need to start to put your body for rest. The rest. So this is how we cooperate with the energy flow with nature, with also our body intelligence. But nowadays, people have upside down, with their lifetime, they are still active playing on the computer and all this. And when they are supposed to go and rest and sleep, the whole cycle is totally reversed and, disturbed. That's why a lot of people, energy flow in the body is all imbalanced, a lot of chaos. Same thing when the system is chaos, the thought will also be chaos. Understand? This is what we need to understand, how the changes of the energy will bring not only balance in the body, but also balance in the state of mind. The Sattvic food is obviously the healthiest choice for our body and mind, especially for seekers. Seekers mean people who are here for enlightenment only. Let me explain. First, tamas. First, tamas is the extreme where it puts you, the effect of tamas is make you feel sleepy, tired, out, and lethargic. And it also makes you want to have strong, heavy taste food. A lot of spices, a lot of meat, a lot of rich food. And so the example of such food are like very sour, very preserved food, like have been preserved for ages, right? Like they've been soaked in some kind of chemicals to preserve the food, especially meat, mushroom, and eggs. These are called tamasic. Let's go to the other extreme, rajas. Rajas is the energy of accumulating, make you feel restless, agitated, angry easily. People who are, burst into anger easily, get irritated easily, start screaming like crazy. If you like those food that's spicy, hot, salty, even alcohol or caffeine, and you love coffee, if you have no coffee, you cannot function. So all these are rajasic food. It stimulates your system. You feel like like a bunny, right? And you can't even be calm and relaxed. So this is the other extreme. We don't want downers, no, we don't want agitation, right? We want sattva. Sattva are light, easy to digest food. The effect on you is that you will not be wasting our energy digesting the food, okay? Because especially for tamasic food like meat, your energy will all go to the stomach and try to digest the meat. So Sattvic are very easy to digest. They just go in, digest, and then convert to energy, and the waste will leave your system. So make you aware, balance, and with clarity. Your thoughts will be so clear. You will not be going into downers or mood swings. So these food are pure, natural, fresh food like vegetable, fruits, and grains. These are what we call as Sattvic food. Alright, so question on these three gunas, three qualities. So all what we put inside, because the food is also part of nature, we have all this mix of different qualities, three gunas. When we eat them, it also affect our gunas inside our body. Okay? So if you are someone who work, do a lot of spiritual work, if they want to eat tamasic food, no rajasic food, right? You want to be focusing on Sattvic food so that you become balanced, harmonious inside, outside, and mental clarity, right? Emotionally stable, right? So this is what we want. That's why Swamiji say, go for Sattvic food. That is what is needed for this enlightened lifestyle. Any question? No, we'll take question later on, but so now let's look at Sattvic way of cooking. Remember we talked about the nature of the food and how you cook it also determine whether it's Sattvic. So now here, this is what is required. So lots of fresh organic vegetables and other organic products. Okay? So this is the first thing. And only small portion. And the food should not be kept more than 4 hours. If you cook something, overnight food, no. Overnight food is no longer Sattvic food, okay? Because all the nutrients and all the energy is already dissipated by the time you keep overnight. That's why, especially in the Chinese parents, ancestors, they love so-called don't waste food. Yes, in the name of don't waste food, they make us eat the unhealthy food, which is tamasic food that is already kept for too long and has no nutritional value. Just just because we don't want to waste food, and we just try to consume whatever is like we kept for too long. Is that one thing I learned from Swamiji? He said, which I was like, it's like a trick inside. He said, don't waste your body to digest the food. Waste the food, don't waste your body. I said, yeah, that's the right context. Okay? People say, waste the food. No, waste the food is okay. I don't waste my body. My body is a yogic body. Why would I have a yogic body and waste on the food that is not healthy and destroy my yogic body? Yes. So waste food, don't waste your body. And don't waste the energy digesting unhealthy food. Let's say this food is already amastic, right? It's been there for many, many days. And you try to consume it. And your body is made to digest this food because whatever you go inside, you have to digest, right? So you're wasting the energy digesting something that's not healthy, right? So don't do that. So then he says that stir fry is the best. It means stir fry is what is recommending. Add salt last so that it does not extract minerals and nutrients from the food. Use organic rock salt. And then who's cooking? Understand, when we go outside and eat, you don't know what kind of mental setup the chef is having. The chef could be depressed. The chef could be violent. And you're eating food cooked by this fella. Okay, and what do you think? His mood swing and violence also. The state of mind that the person is cooking adds some more to your well-being. If let's say the person is not in the space of a meditator, not a yogi, not someone who is filled with love, a karma yogi, whatever. So they contribute also something to your food if they carry a lot of life negative thought patterns. So our thoughts are energy. Understand that it's not proteins, carbs, or fat that are being digested. We also digest their emotion. The person who cook the food, the emotion that the person is cooking also determines whether that goes to your system or not. That's why Swamiji once said that the food cooked by healer or the food cooked by Nirahari are the best because they are the healing food. I'm both a healer and a Nirahari. Why? People enjoy my cooked food. Alright, next slide. I think we have a few fans here like Rosita. Come just for my cooking. Mama food. Alright, so here are some tips for Sattvic cooking. The flame of the cooking, the fire. Okay, so look, when the food is cooked on a low flame, covered by a minute, and also covered when you cover the food, and also a minimum cooking even to the food, just enough for you to be able to digest it. Like for instance, the vegetables are not cooked until it's completely soft. They still remain crunchy, right? You can feel the juice of the vegetable. When you bite it, you can feel the juice in the mouth. Okay? So that is the nutrition and the freshness of the food should be maintained. Not put until like baby food, like like you have no teeth to digest. Alright, so that is one thing. Make sure that you're not overcooking the food such that the nutrients and the freshness is lost. Next slide. Energize the food. Okay, so in the Vedic tradition, there's this thing called energized food. See, there is one way to increase your energy level is by energizing the food. The wholesomeness of the food is by energizing the food. So actually, in the Vedic tradition, when we cook, we actually put a hand there and energize the food. There is a mantra. I did not put the mantra in today, but there is a mantra that you can energize. So in Vedic tradition, we offer the food to the divine, to the deities. This is before we eat them. That's why the first meal of the day, I don't eat anything until I offer Guru Puja. Guru Puja is I offer to Swamiji, my Guru. Then I eat whatever that he already consumed, the energized food. I offer Naivedya. Then I consume, what I consume is prasada from him, which is as energized food. Consecrating the food only energize the food, but also help us to become more aware that eating is a sacred act. It's a sacred act of eating something with awareness. This simple awareness will help us to avoid overeating, avoid wasting food. Above all, eat with a sense of gratitude and fulfillment. Imagine receiving the food from Swamiji, how he will eat it. He will eat it with a lot of gratitude, fulfillment, and respect. He will not dump food and eat like a glutton, right? Yeah, so energizing the food is one big way in the Vedic tradition. Next slide. Enjoy the food. Look, when you're eating, you should be eating with awareness. Not, you don't know what you're eating. You're like dumping food like a rubbish. Somebody say, don't make your body into a rubbish. Okay, that's it. So during the meal, drop everything else. Just enjoy eating the food. Some people like watch the phone while they're eating, or watch the TV they're eating. No, because you don't know what you're eating. You're only watching and you're distracted. There's no awareness in your enjoyment of the food. Take a serving at a time, a small serving. Look at the colors, the shape through the eyes. Notice the five senses are also enjoying the food. Look at the food through the eyes, enjoy the color of the food. Then take a small helping. That's why in Vedic tradition we eat it with the hand. The hand is supposed to add flavor also. You take a small serving and then enjoy the visual treat. It means visually look at the food. Wow, so colorful and looks so attractive. Then smell the food. Taking the food through the smell. Wow, somebody cooked. Wow, so much. Relish is taste. Then put that mouth and chew and slowly enjoy the texture and the taste, the aroma, the fragrance of the food in your mouth. This is the way you should enjoy food. When you do that, you will see that the quantity you take will be cut down by a lot because you're not dumping food, you're enjoying the food. When you enjoy with fulfillment, small quantity is sufficient. Okay? So involve all your five senses in your experience of eating. When you eat with total mindfulness, you not only eat less, you will eat wisely. You will eat wisely with awareness, allowing the body to tell you, okay, what kind of food it needs most that day. You will become aware. This is the food I need now because this is how my body is feeling. So most importantly, you get up from your meal with a deep sense of fulfillment. When you feel totally, I had a great meal. My body feels complete and I feel happy because, I really enjoy the food. And not only that, I feel really, really fulfilled, with just the eating. See, the eating becomes a meditation. Anything you do with awareness is meditation. Even eating, yoga, writing, drawing, anything you do with awareness is a meditation. When you're not aware, even in meditation, it is not a meditation. Understand? Okay, I repeat, anything you do with awareness is meditation, including eating, including bathing your body. Let's say you're bathing with awareness, how you feel in your body, how the body gets cleansed, how the soaping make you feel. All this, when you do it with awareness, is a meditation, including puja.
Nithyananda, this is Mom Manjula. She is from Singapore, Kalasa, Singapore, and she's now starting to make the black sesame bliss ball. So what are you doing, Ma?
Just fry the black sesame.
Okay, so she basically prepared the black sesame seed the night before by washing it. How many cups of sesame seed there are?
10 cups.
10 cups, so 10 rice cup of sesame seed, and wash it and let it air dry, right?
Yes.
And then before you make the bliss ball, you first have a big wok to roast the sesame until it's fragrant, right? For about 20 minutes. Yeah, roast the black sesame seed for about 20 minutes. So, which is now what she's doing. So I'm going to zoom in now. The first step of preparing for the black sesame. Okay, which is roasting it.
Okay, this one for benefit. For benefit, for ladies specialists, every month come the period time, they take like this kind of 1 or 2 pieces. So
bliss ball.
For 5 days, early morning. It's very good for our stomach and
the uterus.
Uterus.
Okay, so great. So see, in Sattvic diet, everything we take, we're taking it like a medicine, food as medicine. So this sesame bliss ball has got medicinal property of, especially for women during the moon cycle, it helps in the strengthening of the uterus and also the cleansing. So remember, all the ladies, take bliss ball, sesame bliss ball every morning, right after yoga.
That means a lot of benefit. I catch only this one. The another one thing, our nerve also affected for this.
Yeah.
Good benefit.
Yeah, as we all know that sesame is a great source of calcium, right? So it is another, benefit of strengthening the bones in our body. Great, so many benefits. we all should learn how to make this as part of our staple.
Then one more thing, every Saturday for Sunny Bhavan, take the, if I go temple, take this one, put light, put oil, then after that make it lamp for Sunny Bhavan. It's once you rounding night time, right? Night round, the smell you go inside your body is a very good for whole body things.
Okay, so that's rituals that that they practice in the temple, in the Vedic temple.
Yes.
So now let's zoom in. Look at, we can see the steam coming out after prolonged stirring of the sesame seed. As the seed is getting roasted, I can even smell the fragrance now, the fragrance of the sesame. We're going to make 50 bliss ball for the tomorrow's Sattvic lunch at Singapore Ardinum. So after frying or roasting the black sesame for almost 15 minutes in low heat, now Mama Manjula is ready to transfer the black sesame seed, the roasted one, to a big mixing bowl. This is where we are going to prepare for the blending later on. So what is the next step, Ma?
Next step is the peanut.
Peanut. So you're going to roast the peanut. Do we need to wash this?
This one don't need to wash.
Okay, so what do you need now?
Scissors.
Okay, come, I give you the scissors. As you can see, everything is so impromptu. So she's roasting the peanuts now. So the same process she's doing for the peanut. Roasting of the peanut. How long do you need to roast? Until the peanut is a bit roasted brown, is it? And how much is the peanut? 1 kilo or what?
It's 500
grams? How many?
500 grams.
Okay, 500 grams of the peanut. Okay, so she's going to do the roasting as the same process as the black sesame seed. Okay, so look, the peanut, roasted peanut is almost ready. Let me have a close-up. It should look like it's, there's a kind of roasted on the outside, but still with the skin. And then we're going to remove the skin as a next step. Okay. So she's going to transfer the roasted peanut onto a filter, a colander. Okay, and that is the process to remove the skin of the peanut, the outer shell. Until it's cooled down, she start to peel off the skin of the peanut. So now it's still a bit warm after the roasting. So this blending, this lifting is a process of introducing air into the peanut so that it start to cool down. Basically, after roasted, Ma Manjula transfer into like a sieve to crush the skin, right, the dried skin, and remove them. And after that, she just basically filter those dried skin. And then now, so she's doing this flipping process to remove the remaining traces of the peanut skin. So this is the blender. Pour everything inside. Process this first. Use a food processor to make the peanut into very fine powder. So after the peanuts has been processed, she transfer it to a container. She will do the same thing with the roasted sesame. So empty everything from the mixing bowl onto the food processor, and so grind it to a fine powder. So now we have the processed sesame and the peanuts. She's now also doing the food processing for the jaggery powder, 1.5 packet. So the jaggery powder is already added, and then put the cardamom powder of 1 teaspoon cardamom powder. Okay, so then she will completely mix them. evenly. So the 3 color is all now completely blended. The processed peanut, black sesame, and the jaggery powder.
Why jaggery? Sometimes inside got one hole, so you really cannot put water right too dry. That's why make it blender even.
Yes, I understand.
What guy says?
Okay, so now she start the process of making the bliss ball. So just like kneading the bliss ball into the mixture into a ball. So the first sesame bliss ball is ready. So we're going to make at least 50 of them. Okay, squeeze the mixture very tightly so that become firm, it stick together like a ball. All right, look up Bob. Manjula, she's making the rest of the bliss ball and putting it onto the Tupperware. So that will be what we'll be serving tomorrow. Enjoy.
You all are welcome to come to Kailasa Singapore Adinam located at 411 Racecourse Road, Hex 01-01. Every Monday, 7 p.m. we have Nithyananda yoga session. It's free. Tuesday, 7 p.m. we have free healing session. Wednesday, 7:30 we have Essence of Living Enlightenment session where there will be a small meditation at the end. And on Thursday, 7:30 p.m. we have Life Bliss meditation. All are welcome to attend the live classes in the evening around 7 or 7:30 p.m. from Monday to Thursday. When we have puja, it will be available at center on certain specific days. For more information, please visit our Facebook page.